Chefs, what is the beef? Cam here, welcome to another live video or wherever you may be watching it. Today's video, chefs. You're sitting on the fence and you're wondering, is Chef It a scam? That's today's topic, and addressing some skepticisms, addressing some questions that I see a lot of in comments, or questions that I generally get from chefs in messages. And that is Chef It a scam? And let's dive into this for a sec. The big problem I see, the big problem I see within this industry and the people who are working in it who need to make a change, and they see Chef It as this way to make a change. The problem that I see is that you're looking at doing Chef It, and maybe you've taken a peek in the door where you've clicked on one of the pages, and you haven't fully made the commitment yet, but you had a kind of a look and you were unsure of whether it was for you, or whether it was going to work, or whether it was a scam, or whether you can trust me, or whatever. All of these questions. Brent, what's happening, brother? And the truth is, Chef, you've been sitting on the fence for a long, long time. Now, I know in the past 2 years of running this group and doing the amount of coaching that we've been doing, that we've changed over 100 chefs' lives, that I've seen chefs literally come in who were crippled mentally, in the worst place they'd ever been physically, and their personal life had been completely derailed as a result of where they were at within their career and where they're at within their physical and mental health. So to see chefs come in and be able to lose 30 or 40 kilos and be able to turn their relationships around and start a family for the first time, to see chefs be able to come in and get off antidepressants, and get their lives to a point where they're active with their kids on a daily basis, and they're going into the kitchen and they're leading the other chefs the way they know they can lead, and they're being able to push their career forward, and to see people completely change everything in their lives. When I see dozens upon dozens, and well over 100, if not 200 at this stage in the game, chefs do that exact same thing, I become very, very sure of what we do. I become very certain of what Chef It is about and what the message is about. Obviously, you could take something from the videos, you could take something from the posts, you can do the free 5-day challenge, and you can get the benefits of doing that. But the truth is, if you're not within the tribe, you're not getting the benefit, and that's the God's honest truth. That's the God's honest truth. Yet I still see a huge amount of maybe it's a comment here or there, or a message going, oh, well, this is a scam, and you're using tactics to get people into your program. That was the one I saw the other day that made me chuckle a little bit. I found it quite funny. But it's like, here's the thing, chef. Those other chefs that I just explained who've changed their lives, they have the exact same problems as you. They have the exact same problems as you. A lot of them were the same way, where they were depressed as a result of, how they felt and how they looked physically. They had no confidence, they had no self-esteem. Mentally, they got into a point where they're just so exhausted and so tired that they can't fucking do it anymore, and they have no work-life balance. But here's the thing, you're probably going through the same thing, and all you've got is skepticism. Yet you see the results that they get, and you'll still say, oh, well, maybe it won't work for me. Here's the problem, you haven't taken any action. And if you don't take fucking action, nothing's ever going to change in your life. Think about it. Think about how you feel right now looking in the mirror and putting on clothes and walking down the street. There's a very good chance with the majority of chefs who've had that chef life that they're not confident in themselves and they're not happy with how they look. Think about how burnt out you are, and waking up on days off and getting nothing done, and your family life is being affected, or relationships are being affected, or if you're single, your ability to create a relationship is being affected. Your ability to pursue your career the way you want to pursue it, that's being impacted. Yet, with you experiencing all of this, you still sit on the fence and you still haven't taken action, and you still got all these skepticisms in your mind. And here's the truth about skepticisms. Here's the truth about this act. Is it a scam? Is it this or is it that? Dean Cunningham backs that up. I'm going to tell you this. For me personally, right, people kind of look at me and they go, right, who is this fucking guy? What's he about? What's his angle? What's his game? Which is a bullshit mentality that a lot of people have, to be honest, that you assume that someone is trying to rob you. But let's put it like this. If I was trying to rob someone, if I was trying to take your money and run, if I was trying to fuck you out of, your earnings, there's much easier ways to go about it than changing chefs' lives through coaching. Trust me, there's much fucking easier ways to go about it. And I'm so certain of that I give our system away for free in a 5-day challenge. That's how certain I am of what we do. Now, if I was there to scam you, chef, and if I was there to do that, like, I wouldn't be here 2 years later. Do you understand? I would not be here 2 years later. So the skepticism really is your own belief system. It's your own belief pattern. You don't have the esteem to look at yourself and go, okay, cool, do I trust myself to do something? So you'd rather point the finger at me and go, I don't trust him. But the truth is, you don't trust yourself. You see, the chefs that I speak to and the guys that come on board and they make this massive, massive change, there had to be a point where they had to make a jump. They had to take a chance. You know, they had to trust the process and just go, right, I'm in such a shit position right now that I have no choice. I have to fucking take action. I have to do this. I have to do something. And in that moment when they do, they commit. And those are the same chefs that you can message any single one of them and I'll give you their contacts and they'll tell you the experience that they've had. They'll tell you the journey that they've had. But it all came from a moment where you had to drop the fucking baggage. You had to drop the doubt. You had to drop all that bullshit and you just had to take a chance. Because the reality is, if you don't take a chance, you're going to be stuck in the exact same fucking place. You know, and that's the thing that kills me about chefs in this industry. You're going to be stuck in the exact same place. How many people do you work with? You go into the kitchen and it's the same fucking story, week in, week out, month in, month out, every single year. Can't wait to get out of this place. This is fucking bullshit. The boss is a dickhead, this and that. Nothing but negativity, nothing but complaints. And what do they ever fucking do about it? What do they ever do about it? They do fuck all. Yeah? Because again, those same people are the ones who are standing in the fucking bleachers shouting shit at the players on the field without actually ever getting involved in the game. And the truth is, if you maintain being a bystander and you never actually take any action, you're going to stay fucked. And that's not what I want to see happen to people in this industry. I want to see chefs in this industry start turning their lives around, start making a change. That's why I started this thing in the first place, you know. That's why we deliver the fucking coaching that we deliver, to help chefs make a change. Because the truth is, you won't do it alone. You won't do it without a tribe. You won't do it without accountability. I have a handful of chefs who I've spoken to who haven't joined the program, who have made changes, and that's fantastic. In the majority of cases, that's not the case. Majority of cases, chefs lose momentum, they lose motivation, they have no one to hold them accountable, so they get complacent. They give up after fucking 1 or 2 months. And especially when you're in an industry that demands so much of you, and you're in a job that demands so much of you, it's easy to fall off track. It's easy to lose sight of your health. It is easy to do. That's why the problems are the way they are within this industry. But understand this, chef, that if you stay where you are, and you stay on the fence, and you stay skeptical, and you keep going, oh, will this work, will that work, oh, maybe I'll wait till I have more time, more money, more headspace, that time never comes, because someday doesn't fucking exist on a calendar. It doesn't exist on a calendar. You gotta go now. You gotta do something ASAP. You gotta pick a day and fucking go. So with that in mind, in terms of what you actually need to do, listen, I understand. People can be skeptical. They don't want to jump on board long term. That's grand. Have a peek in the door. We do a 30-day trial. If you are actually interested in making that change and turning your life around, chef, go and do the 30-day trial. Stop fucking around, stop waiting. If you know you need to change, then get up and fucking do it. If you don't need to change, that's fine. That's fine. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope you take something from it. But don't be that motherfucker who's sitting on the sidelines going, oh, well, this probably won't work for me. The only reason it won't work is because you don't fucking work. So you got to make a choice now. You got to make a call now. What's it going to be? Yeah? 3 months from now, you could change your life. 6 months from now, you can be in a place where there's no going back to square one anymore. But that's on you. If you made a choice today to do something, you would get there. But if you keep saying you're going to do it at some point, that point never comes. You've probably been saying that for the past fucking number of years. Don't be that chef. Don't be that bullshitter. Don't be that person who doesn't follow through. Yeah? Actually take action. Go today. Chef, I want you to go and click the link and commit to doing your 30-day trial with us. And I guarantee you, and I promise you, that you will not be let down. If you want to change, it's there. So with that in mind, addressing some of the questions that we get, I hope you're all well, chefs. I hope you're all good. Keep fighting the good fight, and I will see you on the other side. Stay safe.